Hi, boys and girls. This is Miss Green. Welcome to our reading lesson. Today we are working on Module 6, Lesson 3. This week we are studying the soft G sound. And the soft G can make the G can make two different sounds. We have the hard G, which makes the g, g, g sound, like in the word goat. And then the soft G sound makes the j, j, j sound, like in the word gym. Like I went to the gym. So it sounds like the letter J, doesn't it? All right, let's listen to this song about the soft G.
When G meets E, I or Y, the sound is soft. Soft G sounds like J. This is how we say it. Soft G sounds like J. This is how we say it. J, J, J. I, J, I, K. Magic. O, J, I, K. Logic. E, N, J, I, N. Engine. A, N, J, Danger. Soft G sounds like J. This is how we say it. Soft G sounds like J. This is how we say it. J, J, J. A, J. Cage. Cage. J, Germ. Germ. R, J. Large. Large. St, A, J. Stage. Stage. Soft G sounds like J. This is how we say it. Soft G sounds like J. This is how we say it. Magic. Logic. Engine. Danger. Cage. Germ. Large. Stage.
All right, so that is the soft G. Whenever we have a G that is followed by an E, I, or Y, it makes the soft G sound, which sounds like J, J, J. Let's practice some. The secret code for today's video is magic. Magic. Write that down and send it to your teacher in Seesaw. Okay, these are all soft G words. As you can see, they're all followed by E or I. So let's practice reading some of these words. This still serves as a magic E. So in this instance, I have stage. Stage. Let's look at the next one. Okay, G says J in this word because it's followed by an E, so it's the soft G sound. So we have orange. Let's put it together. Orange. Orange. Okay, bossy E makes the U say its name, so it says ooh, ooh, ooh. Or you. Huge. Huge. Okay, next we have, if we split this into syllables like this, if I have a syllable that ends with a vowel like A, E, I, O, or U, that means that it's going to be a long vowel sound. So this is going to be J, I, ant, giant, giant, like from Jack and the Beanstalk. Okay, next we have hinge, hinge, like a door swings on a hinge. And then last but not least, let's chunk this word and read it. I'm going to break it down into two parts. Okay, we have G followed by an I, so that's going to be a soft G sound. And then we have G followed by an E, so that's also going to be a soft G sound. So here we go. Ginger, ginger. Excellent reading. All right, we are comparing important points in texts this week. Okay, what does it mean to compare? Do you remember? Compare means to tell how two things are the same. Okay, so we're going to read these two articles about recycling, and we're going to think of ways that they are the same, points that the author made in each one that are similar. All right, so I'm going to start by reading passage A. Okay, please follow along with me as I read. Recycling is where the items are melted or broken down and made into something new. Can you imagine wearing an empty milk jug as a shirt? Once the milk jugs are cut into tiny pieces, they can be used to make shirts, mittens, and other fabrics. Aluminum, like soda cans, can be used for car parts and bicycles. Glass can be made into tiles used for floors, artwork, and jewelry. Recycling protects our earth, animals, and us, and that is pretty cool. All right, so I know that the main topic of this passage was recycling. Let's read passage B and see what it's about. Recycling means that we reuse something or turn it into a new product. This keeps it from going into landfills and just sitting there. Many things that we use each day can be recycled. We can turn writing paper or newspapers into new types of paper. An aluminum can be melted down and turned into a new one. Glass can be melted and used as jewelry, mirrors, countertops, and many other things. All right, so if we're going to compare, we're going to look for points in both paragraphs that the author makes that are the same, okay, or similar. Similar means not exactly the same, but close. Okay, so I'm going to look for words or wording that is similar in each of these paragraphs. Okay, well, one thing I know that I saw, they talked about aluminum in both passages. See, aluminum, like soda cans, can be used for car parts and bicycles. And then over here, the author said, an aluminum can be melted down and turned into a new one. So one thing that we can compare is that both authors talked about how aluminum can be used to make other things, or aluminum can be recycled. So let's go to our next slide here, and let's write that down under similarities. They both talked about how aluminum can be used to make other things. Aluminum can be used to make other things. Let's see if we can find some other similarities between these two passages. Do you see anything else that the authors say that are similar? I see that the author talked about glass in this passage, and they talked about glass in this one as well. So let's see. Glass can be made into tiles used for floors, artwork, and jewelry. And in this one, they said glass can be melted and used as jewelry, mirrors, countertops, and many other things. So not only did they talk about glass, but both passages talked about how glass can be used to make jewelry. Okay, so let's go to our next slide and let's write that down. They both talked about how glass can be used to make jewelry. All right, let's go back to the passages again and let's see if we can find one more thing that they have in common. Look at the wording and see if you can find something that is similar. Okay, well, they both talked about recycling. Let's see. Oh, right here. Recycling is where items are melted or broken down and made into something new. Recycling means that we reuse something or turn it into a new product. Both of these passages use the word new. So if I go over to my table here, if I want to talk about how they are similar, they both tell us that recycling means making something into something new. Recycling is making an object into something new. They both talked about how you can make something new. All right, so that is how you compare important points that authors make in two different texts. And when you do that, remember, when we're comparing, we're talking about how things are alike or the same. Okay. Last thing that we're going to do here, we're going to continue working on combining sentences. When you combine sentences, remember it helps us to make our writing more interesting, and we use what's called a conjunction. Okay, conjunctions are words that help us to connect two sentences together, like and, but, or so. All right. It also helps so that we don't repeat ourselves over and over again. Let's look at this first one as an example. Gina likes hamburgers. Gina likes hot dogs. This kind of repeats itself here when it says Gina likes, and that can get kind of boring if I keep repeating myself over and over again. So what I can do is I can take out this part, Gina likes, on the second sentence and use a conjunction in its place. Gina likes hamburgers and hot dogs. See how I combined those two things? So now I don't have two sentences that repeat themselves. Okay, let's try another compound sentence. The giraffe likes eating grass. The giraffe does not like lions. Okay, well, I notice that I repeat the word giraffe, the giraffe, 2 times. So I want to take that part out in the second sentence. But notice how I'm saying 2 different things here. In the first sentence, I'm talking about what the giraffe likes. In the second sentence, I'm talking about what he does not like. So if I'm talking about 2 different things, I can't use the word and, because that's used to describe things that are the same. So I'm going to use the word but in this case, okay? So here we go. The giraffe likes eating grass, but does not like lions. And that is another way that you can combine sentences using what's called a conjunction. Compound sentence is taking 2 sentences and combining them together to make 1 sentence. All right, we will see you next time. Good luck in your learning module. Bye.